Okay, so today we are just going to cover the topic in Carbon Black EDR advanced search so that we how we can perform these advanced search in Carbon Black EDR. Because we have discussed that Carbon Black is actually very powerful tool so that which we can be used to monitor, right? Because it is actually working as per the particular, the live camera. Okay, that which is actually recording all the particular processor. It is also having the capability to detect any suspicious processor. So last time we were discussing about Karen Black EDR. So today we will discuss about some advanced search topic inside the Karen Black EDR. So let's continue. Just let me share my screen and we are going to discuss here. Okay, so I just shared my screen. Let me maximize it. So first of all, just let me tell you about some basics process search. So if you can see here that we have this process search, here we can search any particular basic search as well as advanced also. So first one, just let me tell you about some of the particular basic search. Like that, suppose I am just searching any particular process. Suppose I just want to search any particular process. So I will type here the process name simply, and the process name is, suppose I am looking for Google Chrome, right? So I'm defining here that I'm searching for chrome.exe. Okay, then it will just provide me the information. So here you can just define the particular duration. Are you looking for last 3 days? So you can see for last 3 days we have these particular all the process. Here these are the particular username, how many registry modes are actually here, file modes. You can search even that here. So you can just scroll down it. Sorry, we can just swipe it in the right, then we can see even that what are the benefit as per the particular user count we can search. So we have discussed this basic concept earlier also. As per the user we can see how many the particular process are actually here, user based process, how many process as per the particular process name per basis we can search here. if we are looking if we are looking this process as per the particular all time process, so from here we can select all time. So this is actually whenever we will search. So if you can see here how many total chrome.exe process we have total 593 process. Okay, so from here we can navigate and we can search as per the user basis. So these are actually as per the administrator user basis, these are we have total 577 process. Now just let me tell you one by one some very nice advanced feature because these are very important and very interesting. Okay, so let's continue. First we will see about some particular features here. First one, if we discuss that what is the use case if we are using only, what are the differences between and or. Because if you can see here, suppose I am just searching any particular processor. So here you can see we have the and or, these two booleans we have. What are the differences for this one? Suppose I am typing here that com.exe, and suppose I'm typing here and I'm using this and boolean and operator, and here second I'm just searching here explorer.exe. So if I'm looking here all time process, I will search here. So how many process it is just showing me? It is showing me total 73. What is the meaning of this end? And if I am just going to use here, I'm replacing here, and instead of using this end I'm replacing or. So if I'm again searching here, how many process it is solving me? It is solving me 739. Then why? How it can be different, right? With this particular and or. What are the differences? So just let me tell you, my dear. Actually, this what is the meaning of this and? This and is actually defining that in the same processor, this chrome.exe and explorer.exe, they both should be present. They should be there. But the meaning of or, that is if any one of these, that is maybe I'm looking for chrome.exe or explorer.exe. So in this condition, it will just provide me the result for any one of these specific or both of these specific. But in the condition of and, if you can see here, it will provide me the result for that particular process, which is actually having these particular both keywords here, chrome.exe and explorer.exe. This is very interesting operator. Now, if you want to, suppose you want to search this save, very nice feature. From here, you can save this particular search. And in future, if I'm resetting it, so here now you can see that you can drop down and you can see how many search we have saved. Even that, if you want to delete this search from here, then from here we can delete this particular search as well as also. Suppose I want to delete, then you can delete this save search from here. Let me reset it here, and this is actually deleted. Now I do not have any particular save search. Now after that, just let me tell you about some interesting thing about space. Okay, what are the use case of space? Why we are discussing? Let's suppose I'm looking any particular product name. So I'm typing here that I'm looking a product name here, product. Okay, product underscore name. And suppose I'm looking for carbon black. So I'm typing here carbon black. So my dear friends, whenever I'm defining this carbon black, you can see, just let me search here all time. I'm searching here. Then you can see it is not giving me the result for any particular result is not visible here. Why? Because whenever I am using this space is actually defining this search, that this search is like and operator. It is actually using and operator. So what is the meaning for this one? That is, I am searching product name carbon and black. So that is why that is it is different. So now how we can search this one? So here, because this is actually obviously a very sensitive environment. So in this one, how we can use the search? So if we are looking for the single word, this is my single product name, so we should put it into in double quote. So see here, I am just putting it into double quote, then I can find it out here. So I just find it out here, and I'm looking for this particular product which is actually having the name carbon black. Okay, so when I'm searching it here, so you can see it is actually giving me the result. Okay, this is the product carbon black client setup.exe. So this is the one executable file is actually here. And this is actually again making some particular changes. You can search how many registry modes are here, how many file modes are here. So again, we can swipe and we can search it here. Now, this is very interesting operator. This is very actually interesting advanced search query. Now, just let me tell you something more like that. What is the use case of the particular minus? Just let me tell you here. Suppose I'm just going to from here, we can reset. Just let me reset it. Now I'm just going back from here. And suppose I'm just searching some of the particular group. I'm just creating some group here. So suppose I'm just creating group here. Uh, these are my groups. Come on, dashboard. Oh, dashboard. These are the groups. Okay. So this is the default group. And suppose now I'm also creating one more group here. Suppose I'm creating one group here, sales group. Okay, sales. I just created one group having the name sales. Okay, so now in sales, we do not have any particular carbon black sensor, EDR sensor, but in default group, if you can see, we have one sensor. So just let me go back to again search. And suppose I'm just looking as per the particular group. I'm defining here that in this, I just want to search a group, and I'm defining here that is the group, and I'm defining the group name is actually sales. Okay, when I'm searching here, there is no result for this one. Even that I'm putting it into double quote also, because there will be no use case for this double quote because there's a single word. So now, because this is a newly created group and it doesn't have any particular information. But suppose if I'm using here the default group. Okay, so in the default group, again, I need to put it into the double quote because there's a single group. So in this default group, I'm searching here. In this default group, I'm searching here that in this default group, if you can see here, then I have total 72 search result for this default group. These are actually some of the particular process which are actually executed with this particular group. Now with this group, suppose if I just want to search some of the particular specific process. So I'm again using search term. And here, suppose I am looking a particular process like that chrome.exe. Chrome.exe. I'm looking it here, and you can search it. You can see that how many processes are actually executed with this particular group. In default group, total 13. In last 3 days, if I will just go back to all time, in all time I can search, and I'm just searching it here. So how many we have? Total 596. Even that from here, if you want to search the particular connection count also, how many connections are actually count from here. So again, I'm just looking for the particular network connection count. So just go back to the network connection count. And here, suppose I'm looking greater than or equal 5 connections, which is actually creating greater than or equal 5. I can add it here. And now how many total process we have? 35. So again, whenever you will just navigate, you will just move it in swipe right. So just let me show you the particular connection which is actually having more than 5. So if you will see here, net connection, all these are actually will be available here, which is actually having more than 5 network connections. Okay, there will be no result for less than 5. Okay, so in this condition, but guys, you can see that this is actually the particular search which one we are defining. But suppose if I am looking, that is, I just want to eliminate, I just want to search any particular process which is not a part of this particular group. So I can use minus. Okay, before this one, and here I can search it. But you can see guys here, if you will search here, then guys, if because this is a default group and all the processes are actually executing here. So now what actually I can do, I created the other group like sales group. So if I'm searching here, suppose I'm putting here the sales group, come on, sales group, I'm putting it here in sales group. So now what is the meaning for this sales group? That is, I am looking all these particular process which are actually executed outside of this particular sales. Okay, just let me give you a context. Right, suppose I'm just giving you a particular example. In in our environment, obviously the particular power cell is one of the particular processor which can be used by particular administrator team. But I just in the default group, obviously we have the particular execute, sorry, administrator is actually the part of this default group. But suppose I just want to check that is there anyone, is there anyone, suppose we are looking, that is because PowerShell can be used by the administrator so many times, but if it is actually using by HR, if it is using by sales, so maybe I'm not saying that is they can't use, I'm not saying they can use, but in which condition, why they are using, it may be any suspicious activity also. Suppose if I want to monitor, then in this condition what actually I can define, I am just typing here, that is suppose I am just searching, I am just eliminating this particular group, which is actually, suppose I'm just typing here the particular sales group, because or I can just navigate this particular sensor, but instead of moving the sensor, I'm just solving it here. Suppose I'm looking here, that is the particular, except this particular sales group, except the sales group, come on, okay, except the sales group, who is actually running, who is using this particular power cell. So I'm just defining here process, is process name is actually powercell.exe. So if you can see here, then these particular, this PowerShell.exe is actually used by these particular. So these are actually two processes which are actually outside for this particular sales group. Even that, suppose if I'm searching here, even that PowerShell, suppose I'm using the particular command prompt like cmd.exe. Again, I'm just using the particular cell cmd.exe. How many processes we have? These two processes right outside for this one. So again, for this, suppose I just want to check how many particular network connections are actually created by this particular PowerShell.exe whenever I'm just using this process PowerShell.exe. Okay, and suppose I just want to search, and I'm just looking for the all-time data. Again, let me search it here. So how many all times? We have total 23. And suppose I'm looking again for the particular net connection. So again, you can go to the count connection. And here, guys, you can simply search the count of modified file numbers. So again, I'm defining here how many numbers are actually modified in the file. I'm looking one or greater than or equal to one. You can search it here. So how many is 23? If suppose I'm just defining here, I'm looking for five and more, then how many processes are actually here? Oh, sorry, it is actually remove the space also, five. And then you can see how many processes they are also having 22. So now suppose I'm just trying more than 10, more than 10, and again, now you can see it is actually 13 process. So you can use the particular minus sign. So this is also very interesting feature. This is very interesting advanced query. Now just let me tell you, suppose you are searching any particular process which is actually having a specific keyword in the path. So suppose just let me tell you here. Suppose I am just searching here a specific path. I'm defining the path. And in this particular path, suppose I'm defining any particular keyword. That is, I'm looking a particular path which is actually having this particular system. But can you see, whenever I will just check the result, are you able to see that it is giving me the zero result? Because it is just telling me that is there is no specific path for directly system. But what actually I'm doing here, I am just using this particular, I'm defining the star. So you can use these wildcards. Okay, I'm using this particular wildcard, and now if I will searching here, then it is just giving me that is we have total 3605 process, right, which is actually having this system word in the particular path. So as per the user, my dear friend username, you can see, you can search how many we have as per this particular system user. We have total 1628. As per the administrator user, how many total we have? We have 1124. So from here, my dear friends, we can search as per this particular username as well as also. And these are, let me remove it. Okay, So you can search, you can use these particular wildcard. Even that, let's suppose if I am using any particular domain, let's take an example of the domain. Suppose I'm just looking any particular domain, and for this particular domain, I am just searching www.carbonblack.com. Okay, suppose I'm just searching this one. So it is actually giving me that you have these particular two processes, these two particular processes we have, carbonblack.com. But my dear friend, I am searching here complete domain name. But suppose I just want to search how many process we have here, which is actually having this .com keyword, .com keyword. So I can search it from here. But again, my dear friend, it is actually giving me that we have total 211, which is actually having .com. The meaning for this one, that is before this .com, that is star, that is anything. www.google.com, firefox.com, right? Whatever the particular, that is earlier, it can be anything. That is that particular process which is actually having at last .com. But suppose if I'm using here dot also, then in this one, what will be the meaning? That is after .com, it is also something, any particular keyword. So how many processes we have here? We have only these two processes, which is actually having this particular name in the domain .com dot and something, maybe .in, .au, .mn, whatever the particular, right? .sg, right? So whatever the particular we have, so we can search it from here. Now, suppose if I want to search any particular process as per the MD5 or as per the particular SA hasing algorithm. So it is actually also very interesting. So what actually we can do, we can simply just define, we can identify the particular has like that. Suppose just let me reset it. Suppose I'm just searching any particular program as per the particular this particular has value. So let me copy this particular has value. I'm just copying this particular has value. Let me copy it. Okay, let me just copy it. And suppose I am just searching any particular process as per this particular has has MD5 has. So here I can define simply, that is I'm looking a particular process, right, and which is actually MD5. So process MD5, and whatever the particular name of this process, I'm just let me paste. So the MD5 value is actually this one. And again, I'm looking for all time data, and again search. So when will you find out that you can see, can you see that is a, the PID was 2212 for this particular has. If you will again execute from here, then you can see the process ID 2212, and the has value is actually 2D, which one I search here. So even that you can search any particular process as per the particular has value basis. Now again, suppose I am just looking all these particular process, which is actually having child process more than 5 count. Okay, so again, just let me show you here. Suppose I'm looking, I'm just adding here search terms. I'm adding some particular search terms. So suppose I am actually looking some of the particular, I'm just counting the particular child process, which is actually having maybe process. I'm defining here maybe 10, maybe get 10, maybe greater than or equal to 10. So here, whenever I'm searching here, so you can see how many processes are actually here. We have total 5 processes, which is actually having more than these particular 10, right? Child process, right? More than 10 child counts they are actually having. So the total these particular 5 processes we have, which is actually having more than 10 child process. Same thing, suppose if I'm looking for any particular command line. So again, my dear friends, you can reset, and suppose I'm choosing and I'm just looking for any particular command line. So you can go for with a particular command line. And here I'm defining, suppose I'm just looking for cmd.exe, right? So again, you can search. I'm looking for all time search. You can search it here. Whenever I'm searching, how many command lines process cmd.exe we have? 576. We can define it. Now, suppose I'm looking that the particular file modes, right? How many particular file modes are actually here? How many particular mode loads? What is the meaning of this particular file mode? That is the particular path which is actually modified by the process, right? If suppose I'm just looking for the particular mod load, that is the particular module path which is actually loaded in a particular specific processor. So again, whenever my dear friend, suppose I'm looking for a particular file mode. So suppose here I'm just defining here that I'm looking the particular file mode. Okay, in the file mode, I'm defining here, suppose Java, okay, .exe. I'm just looking for this one, java.exe. All time you can search. how many file modes are actually here. So you can see this is actually the particular, see these some of the process, four process, and these are the particular file modes, 21, 27, 29. Even that if again I am just looking for the particular connections count, right? So again I can add some of the search term, that is I'm just looking the particular count of the network connections which are actually modified by this particular process. So again, suppose one or greater than, or suppose if I'm just defining here maybe 10 or greater than, I can define it at the at term, and you can search it here. So no one is actually here. Oh, sorry, net connection 10. I just use the particular equal. Okay, so just let me define it here. I'm suppose looking uh, maybe one, two, two, and star. Oh no, a star. Okay, I'm searching it here. So how many we have? We have only one, which is actually having one or sorry, one equal to. Okay, so you can see here that is one or greater than. Okay, this is the particular as per the file mode you can search. Suppose if you are searching as per the particular mod load, the meaning of mod load, that is how many particular modules are actually loaded in this particular process. So suppose I'm just looking here for the particular mod load. Again, guys, we can search for the mod load, and in this mod load, I'm defining here a particular path of any particular file. Okay, suppose here in this one, I'm just defining any particular file path like that. Again, cmd.exe I'm using here, cmd.exe I'm using here, or maybe powersol.exe. So if you can see here all time data. So it is actually having how many? 141, and these are the particular model loads. Okay, so it is actually 9 modules are actually loaded in this processor, 10. Again, if you can see that is I'm just looking 10 or more than 10. So again, I'm just adding here that I'm looking only those particular processes in which 10 or more than 10 network connections are actually count. Okay, equal to 10, equal or greater, sorry. I'm just searching here greater than or equal to 10. I'm looking this term. So if you can see here, I'm searching it. So, okay, no one is actually here for this particular net connection count is 10. Suppose I'm just search using here 5, just let me check 5, more than 5, it is actually having. See the net connection count. Let me check it again. Search it here. Oh, sorry. In this one net connection, that is, just let me check what are the particular maximum values we have. As per this one, we can filter. Okay. This is that is there is any pattern, no process actually here, which is actually, oh sorry, this is that cmd.exe here. Okay, sorry. My bad. Okay, suppose I'm just looking like that PowerShell, because cmd.exe is actually not making any particular net connection. Suppose I'm just going with the PowerShell. Okay, PowerShell.exe. And in this one, guys, now if I'm looking for the particular net connection, so just let me summarize, let me just check it here. So this is actually having the particular net connection. Now I can go with the particular net connection, add search term. Suppose I'm just looking the particular process which is actually having network connection more than one. So suppose greater than or equal to one, I'm defining here criteria at term. So now you can see that is I have these particular two process, right? PowerShell.exe, which is actually having more than one net connection count here. So this is a way how we can define, how we can use these particular some advanced search query. Again, suppose if I just want to define here, I'm just looking for any particular IP address, a specific IP address. And suppose if I am looking any particular process, which is actually just actually uh, I'm just looking some of the particular process which is actually maybe counting more than 15 network connection. Okay, and suppose maybe some particular mod load count, right, which is actually having that is the particular more than 10 modules loaded in the particular process. So I can directly search. Suppose I'm just resetting here and I'm just typing here, that is I'm looking the mod load count. So directly from here we can just define the search term. Okay, I am just looking for that particular processor, okay, which is actually having more than 10 module loaded in this particular processor. So here I'm searching 15 or greater than. So if you can see here that I have total 7 processor here, which is actually just loading more than 15 modules in this particular processor. You can see again same thing. if suppose instead of this particular file mode, I'm just looking here, network connection. So what actually I can do, again, I can go back to the particular search term. Just let me reset it here. Again, I'm just going back. And here again, I'm just going to define the count. In this count, I'm just defining here network connection. And these are actually net connection. I'm just defining here. I'm using here that greater than or equal to. That is all these particular process I'm checking, which is actually having more than 5 or maybe more than 10 network connection. Okay, I'm defining it here. So there's no particular procedure. Suppose just let me check it here. I'm searching with one. Oh, sorry, just let me change it here from all time. And now I'm just looking, suppose 11. Okay, no problem. We can define a number. How many? We have total 29 process, which is actually having more than 11 network connection, chrome.exe, firefox.exe. We have these. Okay, now suppose again, if I'm just looking for any particular IP address, right? IP address. So in this one, so I can define a particular IP address here. So now just let me tell you here, I can simply go with IP address, right? And I'm defining here, suppose I'm just looking for a particular process, which is actually have using this IP address 127.0.0 uh, dot one. Suppose I'm looking for the loopback. Okay. So search it here. So these are the particular some of the process which is actually using for this particular IP address. IP address, that is the particular loopback IP address. I'm just using this one. Okay, so we can define any particular specific IP address. I can just define this particular search from here. Now, suppose if I want to just go for the particular bulk search. So again, just let me reset it from here. So just let me reset it. Okay, and then I'm just going to again add some of the particular search term here. So here we have bulk IOCs. So in this one, we can just define the particular IOCs here in the bulk. Suppose I'm looking for multiple process and suppose I want to just search for a multiple has values. So I can just copy multiple has values here and I can type it here. Suppose I'm just now typing here. I'm just looking for chrome.exe. Suppose I'm just looking for firefox.exe. Firefox.exe. I can define the bulk values here, that is. And suppose I'm just defining here, a particular explorer.exe, explorer.exe. Okay, I'm defining here. So you can just define the bulk values here, and then we can just go with that particular option. So here you can see these all the particular bulk values. I can define it here, and even that just group these particular process as well as also. So whenever I'm just checking this particular group by process, then guys, these all the particular process, it will just provide me the particular result as per the particular group process, right? Which are the particular process are in the group. If I'm searching group by process, then you can see total 19, but if I'm removing it, then how many total 27 we have. And even that even I'm searching for all time. How many we have? Come on, how many we have? We have total 868. And as per the group by search, if I'm searching, that is the particular group processor, we have total 672. These all the particular processor. Again, I can add some more terms. Okay, but guys, if you can see, this is again a particular using OR Boolean or operator. It is not using add operator. So this one is all about some of the particular basic ideas about the basic terms. So as I told you that today we discuss we are discussing about the particular some advanced search which we can use in the particular EDR. So Carbon Black EDR is actually a very powerful tool, and this is all about the particular advanced search queries which we have covered. So I hope we covered some of the advanced search queries. Okay, maybe and maybe later we will also discuss. We will also again find out some more advanced queries. Okay, because we have multiple advanced queries, even that we can just find out. Okay, so it will take more time. Even that we can just go for more also. So okay, so thank you so much for the day. Okay, so this one is all about the particular advanced queries options of this Karam Black EDR. So thank you so much for this for watching this video. Okay, really thank you so much, sir, for giving your precious time for watching these videos. Thank you so much, sir. Good night. Just let me stop my sharing. Okay, and let me stop the recordings. So now I'm this is stopping the recording.